Right then, it's time to chat Super 6. We are sponsored by Super 6 here on the club. We absolutely adore in playing that game. We've got our own mini league as well. To download the app, download Super 6, join our mini league, Club 23. Every single week, sometimes you get 2 opportunities in a week to win £250,000 for absolutely nothing. It's free to play. Get involved. Today, the guys at Super 6 want us to discuss Newcastle and whether we think they are in a title race.
Should be a nice, quick video. I can answer this one really quickly, Adam.
Yeah.
I mean, I like these videos that we do. I really do. I think that we often drill down and.
I think Super 6 not super quick.
No, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. I will not discuss Newcastle winning the league. I will not discuss Tottenham winning the league. They do not have what it takes. The clubs aren't built to win the league. They aren't.
Do Spurs have more chance than Newcastle?
No, they have the same chance. Slim and none, and Slim just left town. Neither of them are winning the league. Neither of them can win the league. It's absolutely ludicrous to discuss Newcastle or Tottenham won a league, Adam, 1961. That was closer to the Victorian era than it is to today. 1961. They think they're a big club because their great-granddad saw them win the double. I'm not discussing. I refuse. I don't go. They can't win the league.
We were talking about Newcastle.
No, both of them. No, they're peas in a pod here.
Why?
They've had a half-decent, half a dozen games this season.
What do Newcastle need to be able to win the league that they haven't got right now? And how long do you think it could take them?
What do they need?
Because this is a team. Hang on a minute. But 18 months ago, relegation fodder. The Champions League team right now, they've just beat PSG.
Yeah.
That's not to say they're going to win the league. Of course, I agree with you. Slim to none. But they're building something, do you know? And out of the teams that are chasing City at the moment, they could be the next one to win the league.
Yeah, but they're miles away.
What is it they need to do to become that team?
They need years. They need years. Firstly, I don't think Eddie Howe wins them a league. I don't think Eddie Howe is a Premier League winning manager. So that's the first thing. I think he might be the Claudio Ranieri, but until they get the Jose Mourinho, they're not winning the league.
That makes sense.
Then I think it's years away. They're going to be like Man City were knocking on the door for a decade before they won it. Chelsea were knocking on the door for half a decade before we won it. They're not capable of winning the league at the moment. They're a really good team, and they're a great cup team. And I think their silverware drought at Newcastle will end soon.
For Newcastle, is it about that, breaking that drought of silverware and maybe cementing themselves as maybe not even a Champions League team, as a European team? Is that what it's about for them this season?
I think Newcastle need to cement themselves as a Champions League team. I don't think if they
Europa League's not good enough.
If they end up in the Europa League, I think it would be actually a bit of a underwhelming thing. Having beaten PSG in the Champions League, they're going in all guns blazing in the Champions League. They're playing really well. They're going to get out of their group. It's looking like English clubs are going to end up with 5 places in the Champions League. They cannot end up dropping out of the Champions League altogether. No, that would be sackable. In fact, that would mean they finish 6th in the league, which I don't think would be acceptable.
I think 6 could be all right for them.
No,
considering Spurs are much better this season. Liverpool are going to be better.
But you have to build. Even if you get there a bit early, even if they're a year ahead of schedule, expectations change. And they are now a Champions League team. They can't relinquish that. Their grip on the Champions League, you can't give that up. Also, to be the club that they want to be, they need to be in.
Well, isn't it? To let go of Champions League.
Yeah. They need to be in the Champions League because the kind of players that they want to recruit will demand Champions League football. So yeah, I think.
So who is in the title?
There's only 3 teams capable of winning the league. There are only 3.
That including City.
Yes,
and they are
Man City, Arsenal and Liverpool are all capable of winning the league.
Why do you say Arsenal and not Spurs? I know that's
because they're not comparable. Because there isn't. It'd be like going, why do you say?
It's not comparable because of history, right?
Why do you say Arsenal, not West Ham? They're the same.
The reason I said that is because Arsenal and Spurs feel like they're kind of,
They're not. 1961.
Historically, you're right.
But that counts. That matters. We know when people go, history doesn't matter. We're a new team today. You're not. You're the same club. And that the reason that you haven't won a trophy since 2008 is because of who you are. It's in the DNA of the club. It's in the way that the fans see the game. It's a part of the fabric that's interwoven into who they are today. It would be an amazing year for Tottenham. An amazing year if they finish 6th and end the 2008 wait for silverware. That'd be an amazing season for them. They cannot win the league the way that Newcastle cannot win the league.
So
Newcastle more likely to win the Champions League than the league.
Who's more likely to challenge them than Liverpool or Arsenal? Be there in May.
Do you know what I've been really surprised by? Liverpool.
They've weirdly
been brilliant.
Like when they went top of the league after beating Everton, I know it was brief. It was like, oh, wait, where did they come from? They're not supposed to be top of the league at the moment.
Well, because also, what shocked me so much about them and how good they've been, Liverpool, was I just didn't think it was possible with a brand new midfield. Like their midfield in the summer was demolished, wasn't it? Was it 6 players left?
Yeah, lots
from one position. 6 from one position. I didn't think that it would be even close to being able to launch a serious bid for the league. They lost the heartbeat. They lost Klopp on the pitch. They lost the player that was the captain. They lost the player that was the reason that Trent Alexander-Arnold had the freedom. Then they lost Fabinho. They call him the lighthouse or whatever they call him, right? He's so responsible for protecting that back line. Then they lost the players that they would call on here and there, the navigators of the world or whatever. And you think, hang on, a demolition job across that midfield is just, you cannot recover from that. But they have. And Szoboszlai landing and being a duck to water has been
such a good player, Szoboszlai. I knew he had something about
right.
him. I didn't
and then
that.
They've got goals galore. And do you know sometimes I think it can be this simple. They've got a wicked goalie and they've got a wicked goal scorer. Sometimes 2 and 2 makes a Christmas cake, doesn't it? They got a geezer that stops and they got a geezer that...
I know Arsenal have been, I mean this as a compliment, they've not been great so far this season, but they're still holding their own joint top of the league before Spurs played Fulham. But their keeper situation, question mark.
Yeah.
Sirens are going everywhere.
Yeah.
Up top, they haven't got a Salah.
Yeah.
You know, and by that, I mean, Saka's going to get 15 goals.
Yeah, no, they haven't got
but they haven't got a 30, 40 goal man.
I don't think even the most sort of zealous Arsenal fan would take any umbrage of what you said there. They haven't got Salah. They haven't. They haven't got a geezer that can do what Salah can do, even close.
So do we go City in terms of likeliness to win the league, Liverpool, Arsenal?
No, I don't think so. I think we go City and Arsenal together.
Oh, I disagree. I think there's more chance we see Liverpool win the league this season.
Than Arsenal?
Yeah.
Really?
I just think there's that. They've been there, they've done it. Klopp, that kind of silence. You know, I remember Ade said it on the debate we did. He goes, the only team that will go 15 games on a track winning is City or Liverpool. And
that's true,
that
but
resonates with me.
It's true, but I don't think you need to this year. We've seen a vulnerability up there already.
Maybe.
So for me, it would go Arsenal and Man City 51-49. There's nothing in it. With Liverpool, the next most likely.
I think this sounds mental. Arsenal will definitely finish in the top 4.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool could finish outside the top 4, but I think they're more likely to win the league than Arsenal. I know that sounds a mental kind of calculation I've done there. I just think there's something about
it could go to pot.
It could either implode or just be amazing for Liverpool. And I think they might get that holding midfielder in January.
The 3 clubs that we're discussing here will definitely be 1, 2 and 3. In what order we could debate, but they would definitely be 1, 2 and 3.
Let us know what you guys think in those comments. Do you think Arsenal or Liverpool will challenge City closest for that title? And can Newcastle actually put up a genuine title challenge? There's 2 chances to win Super 6 this week. We have the European round, which has some great fixtures in it, which includes Sevilla versus Arsenal, United Copenhagen, our live game, which is Newcastle, Dortmund, Celtic, Atletico Madrid, are another one of those fixtures as well. And then we've got the game, the round this weekend, which has all those Premier League fixtures, which are, Rory?
It's Arsenal versus Sheffield United, Bournemouth versus Burnley, Wolves versus Newcastle, West Ham versus Everton, Liverpool. I was hoping Chelsea were going to be mentioned. They weren't. Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest and Man City, Manchester United, which we will be live for. Please remember that if you are not yet in our mini league, it's not too late. You simply need to download the Super 6 app and join our mini league. The code is CLUB23. Thank you so much to Super 6. We are honoured that you would join us. Please remember that it's a completely and utterly free shot at winning 250,000 bags of sand. You may as well get involved. Follow the link in the description to sign up now.